Our next topic is work energy power at a glance. So let us first see the topics as usual here. So number 1 is work. Number 2, work done by variable force. Number 3, kinetic energy and work energy theorem. Number 4, conservative and non-conservative forces. 5, potential energy. 6, law of conservation of mechanical energy. 7, work energy theorem. 8, power. 9, energy conservation, force and potential energy. 10, energy diagram and types of equilibrium. Okay, the first one is work. So what is work? If a force acts on a body and it displaces it in its direction, then work is said to be done by that force. Suppose a block of mass m is there, a force F is acting on this one and it displaces it. This is position 1, this is m, a constant force F. So from here to here, this is position 2. A force F acts on this body and it displaces it. Let us suppose that it is acting along x direction, displacement is also along x direction. Okay, in this case the work is given as magnitude of work is equal to magnitude of force into displacement in the direction of force. Okay, so this is magnitude of work equal to force, magnitude of force into displacement of this one. Let us see one more case here. Here m is there, now force is acting in this direction. So it is a constant force only. This is position 1, this is position 2. Now displacement from position 1 to position 2, displacement is yes. In the previous case, the force which is acting is the same as the direction of displacement. Both are in the same direction. But in this case, they are in different directions. So displacement is along x-axis and force is making some angle theta with this one here. So in this case, what is W? Here W equal to F into S. Here what? Here W equal to, so let us resolve the force here. This is F cos theta and this is F sin theta. So see here, the displacement is along x-axis, F cos theta is along x-axis and F sin theta is along y-axis. So F sin theta has nothing to do with this displacement. Okay, so here work is done by which force, due to which force the body has this displacement here? Due to this component of force alone. This component of force has nothing to do with. Here this entire force is not helping for this displacement. Unlike here, this entire force is helping for this displacement. Here only this component of force is helping for this displacement and this component of force is not having any role in this displacement here. So here, so we should always be careful that we should find out the actual force which is responsible for the displacement here. So here W, work done, magnitude of work done is given as F cos theta into displacement S, right? And since force and displacement, both of them are vectors and work is a scalar quantity. Work is a scalar. Okay, so it is expressed in terms of it. Here two vectors are involved here. So how this work is expressed here? W equal to F bar dot S bar. W equal to F bar dot S bar. So by definition, F bar dot S bar equal to how much? F S cos theta. This can be expressed like this. This is equal to F cos theta into S or F into S cos theta. So anything, displacement, component of displacement in the direction of force. See what is F cos theta here? This is component of force which is responsible for this displacement. What is S cos theta here? This is the component of displacement in the direction of this force. Okay, shall I give an example regarding this one? For example, if a block of M falls in this direction, gravitational force will be acting in this direction, Fg. Okay, this displacement is S here, let it be theta. So what is this part here? This is S cos theta. So in this case, what is work done by gravitational force? W equal to, see, gravitational force is acting along negative y-axis. Then what about displacement here? What is S cos theta? S cos theta is the displacement along negative y-axis. So this gravitational force is responsible for this one. And simultaneously, it is having a displacement which is S sin theta in this direction. But for this displacement is not due to this force, okay? So in this case, how can we write W equal to, what is Fg? Mg into S cos theta. Got it, no? So here we have taken the component of displacement. Either we have to take the component of displacement for this considered force. Got it, no? Either a component of displacement in the direction of force or component of force which is responsible for the considered displacement. Should be careful regarding that one, okay? And so 3 types of work done: positive work, negative work and zero work. So what is positive, what is negative and what is zero? So we know W equal to Fs cos theta. If theta lies between, if theta is greater than or equal to 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees, then work is positive, because when theta lies in first quadrant, cos theta is positive. And for negative values, theta is greater than or equal to 90 degrees, greater than or equal to theta, less than 180 degrees, less than or equal to 180 degrees. In this case, so theta lies in second quadrant and hence force is work done is negative here. And what about 0? When theta equal to 90 degrees. See, cos 90 is 0, no? So therefore W equal to 0 here. So 3 types of work done are there: positive work, negative work and zero work. Got it, no? And work is a scalar quantity. Its SI unit is joule. Okay, right, this is about work done. Next one. Next topic is work done by variable force. Work done by variable force. What is work done by variable force? So previously, when we considered this one, a block of mass m acted upon by force F displaces here to a displacement S. Okay, in this case, simply what we wrote here, W equal to F into S. See, these are just magnitudes here. Work done equal to force into displacement. But what if, let us consider the case where suppose a variable force is acting along a positive x direction, a variable force Fx is acting here and displaces this block through a displacement S here. So from position 1 to position 2. In this case, can you write here simply W total work done equal to force into displacement? Can you write? No, you cannot write like this, because f of x is not constant. No? So what value will you put here? So we cannot write it like this. So in this case, what do? Let us find dw equal to fx ds. ds is infinitesimally small displacement here, and total work done W is equal to integral dw, that equal to integral fx ds, fx ds. So what is this? Let us take otherwise this one as dx, taking displacement as x here, fx dx. Okay, x equal to x1 to x equal to some x2. Okay, so we should take integration like this: W equal to integral x equal to x1 to x equal to x2 to fx dx. This is the work done by variable force here. So for example, let us take the example of spring force. Work done by spring force. What type of force spring exerts on bodies here? So let it be natural length of the spring. Say it is the natural length. Here x equal to 0. This is some x equal to x here. So when the spring is stretched like this, spring force will be acting in opposite direction of the stretching. Stretching is rightwards, so spring force will be opposing it, no? So it will be like this. So what is the work done here? So W, what is the spring force? Fs equal to how much? Minus Kx. Fs is directly proportional to displacement, but its direction is opposite to displacement or opposite to change in length. Therefore, Fs equal to minus Kx here. So what is work done? W equal to integral Fs dx, that equal to integral minus Kx dx. So this is x1 to x2. So this is equal to minus K x square by 2, limits x1 to x2. Of course, let its length be changing from x equal to 0 to some x. Let us take its elongation, change in length from some x1 to some x2 here. In two general points. So this is equal to how much? So this is equal to minus half K x2 square minus x1 square. Minus half K x2 square minus x1 square. See what is work done by the spring is, so we are getting negative work. Why we are getting negative work here? Because we have stretched this one in this direction and spring force is opposing it. The displacement of the block is rightwards due to external force. It is due to external force, it is displaced rightwards, and spring force is acting in opposite direction. Though spring force is acting in opposite direction, the displacement of the block is rightwards. So force and displacement are in opposite directions. So therefore the spring force is doing what type of work here? It is doing negative work. Got it? So the work done by spring force is this much. See, I have done integration here because the force the force is not constant here, it is a variable. So we have gone for integration here. Got it? The second one is over. The next one is the third topic. Next one, third one is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy and work energy theorem. Kinetic energy and work energy theorem. So kinetic energy and work energy theorem. What is kinetic energy? It is energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Kinetic energy. Energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Kinetic energy is given as K equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy equal to half mv square. So kinetic energy depends on mass of the body and velocity of the body. Here it depends only on magnitude of velocity but not on the direction of velocity here. So kinetic energy, this is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar and its unit, SI unit is joules. Since it is also energy, so its SI unit is joule here. So next one. Okay. Next, work energy theorem. So let us consider a block of mass m here, a force F acting on this one. Position 1, this is position 2. Here the displacement is S. The displacement is s here. So in this case, what is okay, let us see here. So what is work done? W equal to, here force and displacement, both of them are along same direction. So W equal to what? Fs. So this is equal to, what is F here? MA into S. This is equal to, what is A here? See, we know V square minus U square equal to 2AS. So here AS is there, no? What is AS? So AS equal to half into V square minus U square. So right here M into, what is AS? V square minus U square by 2. So this is equal to half M V square minus half M U square. So W equal to, what is half M V square? Here let the velocity of the body is V, let initial velocity be U. So Kf minus Ki. So this is equal to delta K. So work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. So this is known as work energy theorem. If an external force acts on a body and displaces it in its direction, then the work done by that force is equal to change in kinetic energy of the body. Got it? Yes. Next one, the fourth one is conservative and non-conservative forces. The fourth one is conservative and non-conservative forces. So what is conservative force? What is conservative force? If a force acts on a body, if the work done by a force is independent of the path but it depends only on initial and final states of the body, then such a force is said to be conservative force. What is a conservative force? Independent of path, depends only on initial and final position. Such type of force is known as conservative force. Example, okay, work done by gravitational force. Let us consider work done by gravitational force. Let us take examples, 3 examples here. So vertical height is h. See, in this case, what is the gravitational force? Which direction gravitational force? Mg is acting downwards. Here also Mg is acting downwards. Here also Mg is acting downwards. See, what is the work done by gravitational force here? Force acting downwards, displacement, vertical displacement is h. So what is the work done by this gravitational force? Simply mgh. Let us see here. What is the work done by this gravitational force? Gravitational force is mg acting vertically downwards and the displacement is h downwards. Okay, as this is moving in this direction, its displacement can be resolved into two components. No, one is this part, another one is this part, and this mg which is acting vertically downwards, it is responsible only for this part of displacement. So this mg is responsible for the displacement h here, so therefore work equal to mgh. So in this case here, since both force and displacement are along same direction, we are getting positive work, w equal plus mgh, w equal plus mgh. Here also mg is acting downwards, and this body is moving on this curved path like this, but here what is its vertical displacement? It is having its motion can be resolved into, its displacement can be resolved into two components, one is vertical, other one is this one. So in this direction displacement is h, force is mg, so here also it is mgh. So see here, this is vertical path, this is a slant path, this is a curved path. Whatever might be the path, the work done in each of the cases w equal to mgh. So here it is clear that the work done by gravitational force is independent of the paths followed by the object here. So as I told before, so it is independent of path. If work done by any force is independent of path, then such a force is called as conservative force. See here, but depends only on initial and final positions here. So in vertical position, this one and this one, both of them are at equal heights, and this ground levels are also equal here. So vertical positions, initial positions and final positions vertically, they are same here. Got it? So it is just depending on initial and final positions, but not on the paths. So gravitational force is an example for conservative force. And we can define conservative force in another way also. If work done by any force around a round trip is 0, then such a force is known as conservative force. Work done in a round trip, work done in a round trip is 0. Okay, if work done by any force around a round trip is 0, then such a force is known as conservative force. Let us check this one. So m is there, a block m is there, it is falling from height h like this. So due to gravitational force mg here, from position 1 to position 2. So in this case, what is work done from 1 to 2? What is work done here? From 1 to 2, work done is mg and displacement h, both of them are in same direction, therefore f into s, mg into h, positive work only. Now let us see this one, from 2 to 1 in this direction. What is the displacement here? In this now upward displacement. Now we are taking this body to from 2 to position 1. So in this case, h is upwards. What is the direction of gravitational force on the body? Always it is downwards only, no? Even if a body is falling down or if a body is projected vertically upwards, let it be any case, the gravitational force will be downwards only always. So in this case, gravitational force is downwards, displacement is downwards. But in this case, displacement is upwards, but gravitational force will be acting downwards. So in this case, from 1 to 2, what is the w1 to 2 here? mgh minus mgh. So this is negative work. So what is total work here? W total equal to w1 to 2 plus w2 to 1. So this is equal to mgh 1 to 2 plus minus mgh. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. So okay, so it is clear what is a conservative force. Okay, now let us check what is a non-conservative force. What is a non-conservative force? Just opposite to conservative force. If work done by a force is depending on path but not on initial and final positions, depending on path, then such a force is called as non-conservative force. In case of conservative force, what? It is independent on path, but here it is dependent on path. So work done is dependent on path. Such a force is known as non-conservative force. If the work done by any force is depending on path followed by the object, then such a force is called as non-conservative force. Let us take example here. Example, let us consider frictional force. See, let us consider a block of mass m at an external force Fb acting in this direction and taking this one. So this is position 1, this is position 2, this is the displacement here. So in what direction friction is acting? Friction is acting in this direction. So what is the work done by friction? What we are considering work done by friction, W1 to 2 equal to what? Friction is leftwards and displacement is rightwards. So minus force into displacement, minus Fs. Got it? Then what is W2 to 1? So let us see here. In this direction, this is 2. This is position 1. Now force is acting in this direction, external force is acting in this direction now. And when the block is moving leftwards, what is the direction of frictional force here? Rightwards. Is it not? Frictional force will be acting on the block in rightward direction. Now frictional force is rightwards, but displacement is leftwards. Displacement is leftwards. So in this case, what is work done here from 2 to 1? Here also it is both of them are in opposite directions, so minus Fs. So what is total work done from 1 to 2? W1 to 2 plus W2 to 1. This is equal to what is W1 to 2? Minus Fs. Plus what is W2 to 1? Minus Fs. So minus Fs plus minus Fs, minus 2 Fs. So this is equal to, this is non-zero. So what do you know? So work done by frictional force around a round trip is 0 or not? It is not 0. Means what? For conservative force, it will be 0. So this is non-conservative force. Friction is non-conservative force. Let me give some examples regarding conservative forces and non-conservative forces here. Conservative forces and non-conservative forces. Here gravitational force is a conservational, electrostatic, magnetic force, all these are conservative forces, while here friction, spring force also, here spring force also conservative only, here friction, tension, air resistance, viscous force, all these are non-conservative forces. Friction, tension, air resistance, viscous forces, all these are non-conservative forces, while gravitational, electrostatic, magnetic and spring forces, these are conservative forces. Got it? Yes. So next one is number 5, potential energy. So symbolize U here. So what is potential energy? The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or configuration is known as potential energy. Position or configuration. Energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or configuration is known as potential energy. Potential energy is a scalar quantity. All energies are scalar quantities only, and its SI unit is joule. Okay. Next, there are some important things which we should keep in mind regarding this potential energy. The first one is potential energy corresponds to a system of 2 or more than 2 particles, but not for an individual particle. Okay, corresponds to a system of 2 or more particles, but not an individual particle. And one more thing is potential energy is defined only for conservative forces, defined only for conservative forces. It is not defined for non-conservative forces. Got it? Next one is the change in potential energy is always equal to negative of the work done by the conservative force. Okay? Negative of the work done by the conservative force. Here, change in potential energy du equal to minus F bar dot dr bar, or delta U equal to UF minus UI equal to integral du, that equal to integral minus F bar dot dr bar. Here initial position to final position. So okay, let me write this minus here. So change in potential energy is the negative of work done by conservative forces. So now, for example, let us take the work done by gravitational force. Since gravitational force is a conservative force, see, let this be the earth, and this is a small mass m raised to a height h, and h is very less than 2 r radius of the earth. So in this case, what is delta u here? What is delta u? Delta u equal to minus w, that equal to minus of, what is this w? W is the work done by gravitational force. So what is the gravitational force on this one? mg. And displacement, gravitational force is act on this one is acting downwards, displacement is upwards. So this is minus mgh. So this is equal to mgh. What is delta u? Uf minus ui equal to mgh. So let us suppose that uf equal to u and ui equal to 0. So taking this one as a reference position, this is ui and here it is uf. So u minus 0 equal to mgh or u equal to mgh. See, what is the potential energy of that one? It is mgh. But strictly speaking, this is not the potential energy of this mass alone, it is the potential energy of earth and this mass as a system together. Got it? So this is the potential energy is positive here. Got it? And potential energy, it depends on the reference line here. Suppose if this is taken as reference line and m is here, m is taken to this height like this, then the potential energy is equal to mgh. Suppose if reference line is taken here and it is moved down, m is moved down to h, here potential energy u equal to minus mgh. So it depends on the reference line. Above the reference line, the potential energy, gravitational potential energy is mgh, and below the reference line, the gravitational potential energy is minus mgh. Simply, if it is moved against gravitational force, potential energy increases here. From here it is 0 now, ui equal to 0. Uf equal to how much? Uf equal to mgh. From 0 to mgh, potential energy increases. When it increases? When the object is moved against gravitational force. Gravitational force is downwards, it is moved against. Okay. Let us see why it is negative here. So mg is acting downwards and displacement is h. So what is delta u here? Delta u, change in potential energy, equal to negative of work done by gravitational force. This is equal to how much? Minus of, what is W here? Mg, work done by gravitational force, Mg into H. So Mg and H both are in downward direction, they are positive. So this is delta U equal to minus Mgh. So this is Ui, this is Uf. So Uf minus Ui equal to this much. Ui is taken to be 0, so Uf equal to minus Mgh. Got it now? So if a body is moved against gravitational force, its potential energy increases, and if it is moved in the direction of gravitational force by the gravitational force, then its potential energy decreases. If work is done against a conservative force, its potential energy increases. If work is done by the conservative force, its potential energy decreases. Keep that point in mind. So what do you know? So what is potential energy? You know? Yeah. Sixth one is law of conservation of mechanical energy. Law of conservation of mechanical energy. Let us consider a system which is acted upon by only conservative internal forces and no other forces are acting. Okay? If they are acting, let the work done by them is 0. So, if only conservative internal forces are acting on a system, what is the change in potential energy? You know, delta U, change in potential energy equal to minus W, negative of work done by the conservative force. So, Uf minus Ui equal to, what is the minus W here? Uf minus Ui equal to minus W. And we know that what is work done W equal to delta K, change in kinetic energy, that equal to Kf minus Ki. Therefore, Uf minus Ui equal to Ki minus Kf, that implies Ki plus Ui equal to Kf plus Uf. So this implies what is kinetic, initial kinetic energy plus initial potential energy equal to final kinetic energy plus final potential energy. This implies Ei equal to Ef. Initial mechanical energy equal to final mechanical energy. Okay? And in entire physics, this is the best principle. While solving problems where we cannot apply Newton's laws, this law helps us a lot. So, okay, this is the most important principle we can rely on. Okay. Next one is, seventh one is work energy theorem. So, according to this one, the work done by all the forces is equal to change in kinetic energy. So, work done by all the forces W equal to delta K, that equal to Kf minus Ki. W, work done by all the forces. What are the forces here? Work done by conservative force Wc plus Wnc, work done by non-conservative force plus work done by external forces equal to Kf minus Ki. What is Wc here? Minus Uf minus Ui. You know, because change in potential energy Uf minus Ui equal to minus Wc, you know. Therefore, in the place of Wc, I am writing minus of Uf minus Ui plus Wnc plus W external equal to Kf minus Ki. This implies Wnc plus W external equal to Kf minus Ki. Minus Uf goes that side, becomes plus Uf, and this one plus Ui goes this side, becomes minus Ui. So this is equal to Kf plus Uf minus Ki plus Ui. This is equal to, what is Kf plus Uf? Ef, total final mechanical energy, minus Ki plus Ui, Ei. So work done by non-conservative force plus work done by external forces is equal to how much? Change in mechanical energy. This is the theorem. This is work energy theorem. So work done by non-conservative force plus work done by external forces is equal to change in mechanical energy. Let us suppose that the work done by external forces is 0 And let us take this one as this non-conservative force is a frictional force. WF. What is non-conservative force here? Work done by frictional force. So work done by frictional force equal to EF minus EI. This is work done by frictional force. Then what is the work done against frictional force? Now work done against friction. Work done against friction equal to minus WF. Okay. So here we can write EI, or otherwise this equal to WF dash. Let us write like this: WF dash equal to, here WF is work done by friction, and here WF dash equal to work done against friction. So work done against friction equal to how much here? It is minus of this one, no? So minus of EF minus EI. So this equal to EI minus EF. So work done against friction. So work done against friction is equal to what? Initial mechanical energy minus final mechanical energy. What does it mean here? It is loss of mechanical energy. So loss of mechanical energy is equal to work done against friction. Okay. So the work done against friction is equal to loss of mechanical energy. Got it, no? Yes, this is about work energy theorem. So next one, 8th one is power, capital P. So what is power? The time rate of doing work is known as power. See, work is done, how much fast the work is done. Power explains us how much fast that work is done. So the time rate of doing work is known as power. So average power P bar equal to delta W by delta T. So the total work done by total time interval. So P bar equal to delta W by delta T. And instantaneous power P, instantaneous P equal to dW by dt. Okay. Also power is expressed in terms of, power is a scalar quantity. Power is a scalar. So power can be expressed in terms of two vector quantities. Let us see what are they here. See. So dW by dt, can I write like this? D by dt of W, that equal to d by dt of W equal to F into S, no? Force into displacement. So this equal to d by dt of, F into ds by dt. Can I write like this? So this equal to F into what is ds by dt? V. So power, so magnitude of power equal to magnitude of force into magnitude of velocity. But force and velocity are vector quantities. So we should express power in terms of the vectors force and velocity with the vector operation here. So power equal to F bar dot V bar. So power is expressed in terms of, power is a scalar quantity which is expressed in terms of two vector quantities. One is force vector, other one is a displacement vector. So F bar dot V bar. So just I want to remind you what is work here. F bar dot S bar. So work is a scalar quantity which is expressed in terms of two vectors, that is force and displacement vector, while power is expressed in terms of force and velocity vector. And here it is a scalar quantity and its SI unit. What is SI unit of power? Watt. SI unit of power is watt. Its a symbol is like this, capital W. Okay. And one important unit of power is HP. 1 HP equal to 746 watts. This is one important unit we use in problems here. Got it? This is about power. Okay, next one is 9th one. This is conservation of energy. Conservation of energy and force and potential energy. We are going to discuss about these two topics now. So what is conservation of energy? So previously in work energy theory we got one expression. What was that one? WNC plus W external equal to delta E, that equal to EF minus EI. Suppose if W external equal to 0 and WNC equal to 0, then what is delta E? Delta E equal to 0. That implies EI equal to EF. That is, mechanical energy is conserved. Mechanical energy is conserved. So only conservative internal forces are acting, then mechanical energy is conserved. If no non-conservative forces are acting, if no external forces are acting, and if work is done only by conservative internal forces, then mechanical energy of the system is constant. Got it? So mechanical energy is conserved. Keep in point, mechanical energy of the system is conserved only if conservative internal forces are acting. Okay, let us suppose that only external force is 0, but the non-conservative force is frictional force. Then work done by frictional force is equal to how much? Delta E. Got it? Work done by frictional force equal to delta E. And work done against friction, WF dash, work done against friction equal to how much? Minus delta E. That equal to EI minus, otherwise let me write, minus of what is delta E? EF minus EI. That equal to EI minus EF. What is this? This is loss of mechanical energy. So the loss in mechanical energy is equal to work done against friction. This work done against friction is obtained as heat energy. Is obtained as heat energy. So now the change in mechanical energy plus heat energy equal to 0 here. The energy lost, mechanical energy lost plus this one, the lost energy which is in the form of heat energy. The sum is 0. No? So if non-conservative forces are acting, then in that case the total energy, that is the total energy can be in the form of light energy, heat energy or mechanical energy, will be remain conserved, will be constant. Okay, that is known as law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to another form. So in this ninth one only, force and potential energy. Force and potential energy. We know potential energy is a function of position. Suppose for one-dimensional motion, so potential energy U can be expressed as f of x. That the particle's position is changing along positive x direction, then what is potential energy? U is a function of x, therefore U equal to f of x. And you know delta U equal to minus f, or du equal to minus f dx. Change in potential energy, du equal to minus f dx. You know, because change in potential energy equal to negative of work done, or otherwise change in potential energy equal to minus w, that equal to minus f dx. So we can write f here, f equal to minus du by dx. Got it? Yes. For example, so using this expression we can find this force here. So example, what is the potential energy of spring here? Potential energy of spring is equal to half k x square. Now what is spring force? Let us find spring force using this one. So what is F? Spring force Fs equal to So from this expression, minus du by dx, that equal to minus of, what is du by dx here? Half k x square 2x, 2 to cancel. So Fs equal to minus kx. Got it, no? Spring force equal to minus kx. Yes. Let us consider three-dimensional motion, x comma y comma z. So here there will be three force components: force along x direction, force along y direction, force along z direction. So what is f of x here? F of x equal to minus dou u by dou x, because f equal to minus du by dx. So here there are three components are there, x, y, z. Therefore we have to go for partial differentiation here. Similarly, fy equal to minus dou u by dou y, and fz equal to minus dou u by dou z. So what is final force vector? F bar equal to fx I cap plus fy j cap plus fz k cap. So we can find the force. See, next one is 10th one, energy diagram. Energy diagram and types of equilibrium and types of equilibrium. So energy diagram and types of equilibrium. Let us consider the energy diagram of a spring force. See, let this be, its initial position is x equal to 0 here. Let it be extended to some x equal to plus a towards positive x-axis and released. What happens? When it is released here, the spring force will be acting leftwards, So it will be trying to bring it back to its equilibrium position or this mean position. And here it cannot stop. It shoots over to other side. And here spring force will be in this direction now. That is the restoring force. So it tries to bring back this one to its mean position. In this way oscillations take place here. So let this position be x equal to minus a. So in this way the block undergoes oscillations due to the restoring force produced within the spring. Okay, when this is taken to this extreme side, restoring force will be acting this side and tries to bring it to this mean position. Here it overshoots these other sides, so the spring undergoes compression, and here in this case the spring force will be acting rightwards. In this case spring force will be acting leftwards here. So here spring force tries to take this back to this one here. Again it overshoots to other side. In this way this process continues and it undergoes oscillation. See, in this case, so let us draw the energy diagram here. What is potential energy of the spring? U equal to half k x square. And what is the expression for force here? Force equal to minus du by dx. This equal to, here it is equal to minus kx. So let us draw energy diagram here. So energy diagram for this one, it will be like this. This is x equal to 0, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Here this curve is potential energy curve, U equal to half k x square. This is potential energy curve here. See, when x equal to 0, what is potential energy? See, potential energy is taken along y-axis, so its values varies like this. Okay, When x is equal to 0, what is potential energy value? 0. When x is greater than 0, what is the slope here? Slope is positive. When x is less than 0, what is the slope for this one? Slope is negative. So okay, in this way, and this is the maximum value here. Let this be for x equal to plus a, and on this side it is x equal to minus a. So these are the maximum values. This is the minimum value, that is 0 potential energy. So this is the energy diagram, potential energy diagram for spring force. Let us draw simultaneously, let us draw the force diagram also here. How would be the force diagram here? Let us take force along y-axis and displacement along x-axis, and you know F equal to minus kx. So this is just like y equal to mx plus c. Here c term is not there, so this one F equal to minus kx is passing through origin here, and it is having negative slope. So this is this graph F equal to minus kx graph. At x equal to 0, what is force value? At x equal to 0, F equal to 0. At x equal to 0, F equal to 0. As x is greater than 0, see, as we are moving along positive x direction, displacement along positive x direction, then what is the force here? F is negative. See, force values are along negative y-axis. When x is less than 0, see, when the block is moving, for the spring, when the block is moving in this direction, so force is acting in this direction, along positive x direction. No? Therefore here force is positive, F equal to positive. So we are taking force on positive y-axis here and displacement along x-axis. Okay, so here displacement is positive, force is negative. Here displacement is negative, force values are positive. Got it, no? So this is the case here. When x equal to 0, what is the slope of ux curve? So this is ux curve, no? Potential energy as a function of displacement. Displacement is taken along x-axis, potential energy is taken along y-axis here. So we are getting this graph. So what is slope here? Slope is positive slope. At x equal to 0, slope of us curve is positive, and f equal to how much? At x equal to 0, f equal to 0, and in this case the body will be in equilibrium. These are the conditions for equilibrium. Okay, slope of ux curve is positive. Sorry, it is 0. Slope of ux curve is 0. At x equal to 0, it is flat, no? So here slope is 0 here. So slope of ux curve is 0, and the force is 0 at x equal to 0. So therefore at x equal to 0, the body will be in equilibrium. Then what about as x is positive, x is greater than 0, what about slope here? Slope, positive slope, this part of graph. For this part of graph, it is having positive slope here. So slope is positive, and what about f? F is negative. See, as we are moving along positive x-axis, force will be negative. For x less than 0, what about slope here? Slope of ux graph, negative slope. And what about this force, spring force? F is positive. So this is about energy diagram and force displacement curve. At x equal to 0, at x is positive, for x is negative. What are the things happening there? We have seen here, right? Now let us see this one. Types of equilibrium. There are three types of equilibriums. One is stable equilibrium, second one is unstable equilibrium, third one is neutral equilibrium. So how we can classify these three here using first one. What about force at x equal to 0? In equilibrium position, what will be the force value? What will be slope? What about slope? Du by dx What about slope du by dx for stable equilibrium? So we have to consider these things here. One is force, other one is slope du by dx. Next one is potential energy U. And next one d square u by dx square. So what about these things here? Let it be any type of equilibrium, force must be 0. So F is 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. For any type of equilibrium, this slope du by dx is also 0, 0, 0, 0. Then what about potential energy? For stable equilibrium, potential energy is minimum. For unstable equilibrium, potential energy is maximum. And for neutral equilibrium, potential energy is constant. Got it? Next one, d square u by dx square. Second order derivative of potential energy with respect to displacement. So its value will be positive for stable equilibrium, here and negative for unstable equilibrium, and it is a 0 for neutral equilibrium. Got it? Just. And one more thing we have to learn is, so all these 10 topics are over here, but I forget to tell you regarding the graph, force displacement graph. Let us take this one as a special topic here, force displacement graph. Let us consider, so you know, we can easily find out work done from force displacement graph, work done when force is constant. When force is variable, we can use graph method also, like this. This is the displacement, this is force. Displacement is taken along x-axis, force is taken along y-axis. This is 0, origin here. So as we are moving along positive x-axis, that is displacement is along positive x-axis, let the force values be, force varies in this way. Let it varies like this. So is this constant force? This is variable force. If the force is constant, how would be the graph here? This is the force on y-axis, like this, no? According to, parallel to displacement, force will be like this. So this is constant force. But here this is a variable force. In this case, what you will do? Join these ends like this. Draw perpendiculars like this. Just find out this area. Area of this one. This is the force displacement graph. This area gives us this area of this graph equal to work done. See, okay? Let these points be. So for displacement, initial displacement is x1, initial position is x1, some final position is x2. When the displacement is from position x1 to x2, this is the corresponding area. This area is equal to work done by that variable force. Okay? Yes, work energy power is over. Let us move to circular motion. After completing the theory part, I will give you problems. Okay? Right.